SCHD is up 13% year to date, and people are asking, should I be buying SCHD? But before you jump on that bandwagon, let's jump into some of the metrics of SCHD. What it's tracking, what it's doing, and what's driving this performance, and will this performance continue to last? This video is purely educational content. It should not be considered personal finance advice. I'm not a licensed financial advisor, and I don't know your financial situation, risk tolerance, or even investment goals. Past performance doesn't guarantee future results, and always do your own research and consider consulting with a qualified financial professional before making any investment. Alright, let's get on to the video. Hey guys, my name is Steve and I run the Frugal Expat website where we try to help people to save more and invest better. And today we are diving into SCHD, and should it be a buy for 2026, or have we already missed kind of that opportunity? Or let's get into it. First, let's jump into kind of the methodology and the strategy of SCHD. This is not just a high dividend ETF. This is an ETF that has sophistication. It's got some strategy, it's got some methodology to its madness, and it tracks the Dow Jones US 100 Dividend Equity Index. And so we have a pretty good index right there, and so let's dive into what makes SCHD SCHD. First of all, SCHD's got four main criteria in order to pick a company to be a part of it. The first one is a dividend payout. Now, so it looks at companies that have been paying dividends consecutively for at least 10 years. So if we're looking at a company like Nvidia, which has only been paying a dividend for 1 year, it is out. But if we're looking at a company like Coca-Cola that's been paying dividends forever, then it's in. So that's one of the criteria. And these dividends should be continuing to grow. And so it's looking at that as well. Secondly is the financial matters of the company. So we're looking at debt to cash ratio. We're looking at how much cash they have on hand. And we're looking at, are these companies able to continue to pay those dividends? So some companies are paying anywhere between 70 to 80% of their cash flow in dividends, and so that's not that good. But some companies are doing anywhere between 10 to 40%, and so that's much better. They're allowing a lot of the other cash kind of continue to grow its business. So SCHD is looking at seeing how those payouts are going and seeing if this is going to be a healthy dividend compared to those companies that probably will have to cut the dividend in the near future. Next one is going to be the dividend yield requirements. So it's going to be looking at the top 25% in each sector, and so companies that probably have lower dividend yields are probably going to be cut out. Those with higher dividend yields are going to be kept in, and it's going to be excluding kind of the sectors of utilities and REITs because those are already going to have higher dividends, and sometimes those are going to be cut just depending on how the market works. And so we're going to be looking at those companies that are doing the best and have the highest dividends among their sectors. Fourthly, after we looked at those first four selection criteria, the fourth one is going to be the top 100 depending upon market cap. So we're talking about the largest of those top 100 in the market cap. So we're going to base it off market cap, and if you're in the top 100, you're part of the portfolio. Now, what does that mean with a lot of these companies? Well, let's say a company has a very good yield for a good bit, and the price goes really crazy up, but the yield stays the same or relatively the same. The yield percentage is actually going to go down, and so you could be cut out of SCHD. Now, we'll talk about that in a few seconds about one company in particular that happened to and kind of drop the performance of SCHD. Now, let's talk about recent performance, because SCHD has historically had a pretty good performance between 2012 and 2022, but with 2023, 2024, and 2025, it's been quite poor, and in 2026, it's been excellent. So we're going to be talking about the recent performance of the last 4 to 5 years and seeing why these numbers not matching with what's going on right now. So the good news is SCHD is up 13% year to date. That's amazing. So that's really good news if you're continuing to hold it. If you sold it in 2025, maybe you may be having second thoughts, or maybe you're thinking, all right, this is good because I made more money last year in selling it than I would have in this little blip of January/February. But let's get on to the numbers. So in the last 5 years, SCHD has been averaging about 9.23% average return. Now, a lot of people are going to say that over the long term, it's done really well, but let's look at these last 5 years. Now, if we look at the last 3 years in particular, because in 2022, the market was down, in 2021, the market was doing really good, but in 2023, the market was doing really well as well. I mean, the NASDAQ was up 50%, the S&P 500 was up maybe 24, 25, 26%, but SCHD was up only 4.37%. In 2024, SCHD was up 11.47%, and in 2025, SCHD was up 4.33%. And that's with dividends included. This is the total performance. So in years that the market has done really well, SCHD has underperformed quite poorly. I mean, 4.33% when your yield is sitting at about 3.7, 3.8%, that's not good. 4.37%, the same thing, and then 11.47%, it's just not good. So what is driving this underperformance? So in between 2018 and 2023, SCHD had Broadcom. Broadcom had a 3% yield and was performing very well. But here's the thing is, when it started to rise with AI in 2023, it had to be cut because, you know, the dividend yield went from that 3% all the way down to 1%. So the dividend yield wasn't as high as some others, and so it had to be cut. All of a sudden, you have underperformance in 2023 and 2024. In 2025, SCHD was investing a lot more into energy companies. If you look at an ETF like XLE, which tracks a lot of the energy companies, in 2025, it was up 7.88%. Not so bad, but when energy is making up SCHD about 20% of its portfolio, you would hope it would do much better. It's got some good dividend yields, but the performance was lagging. Now, if we look at year to date in 2026, XLE is up 18%. And SCHD is up 13%. You see that correlation? Now the problem is when we take a look at the Reconstitution in March, what is going to happen with the energy? Will it be cut because it had a bad performance in 2025, or will it be kept because it had a good performance in January and in February? Well, if it's doing the Reconstitution based off of 2025, probably energy may be kept or cut. We just don't know. And so that is going to be the issue, is in every March, there's reconstitution of the stocks within SCHD. So they're going to cut out the losers and they're going to bring in better winners, or that, at least that's what we hope. They cut out Broadcom when it was winning because it had a lower yield, and it brought in some energy, which didn't do so well because it had a higher yield. So we have to see what's going to happen in 2025 or 2026 March to see if they're going to keep some of those companies that are continuing to drive it right now year to date, or they may cut them and you may be left with an underperforming ETF that it's done in the last 3 to 4 years underperforming. So should you buy it? Well, let's continue to go along this path. Another reason that SCHD could be performing pretty well is because there is a tech and AI sell-off right now. In the last week or two, there has been a lot of tech sell-offs. You know, these tech companies are surging in earnings, but the market is not liking it. They're not liking all these capital expenditures, they're not liking all these things, and so they're selling off. And a lot of people are going towards safety. Safety in some good, solid, blue chip companies that, you know, SCHD is holding. And a good place to go is if you're looking for an ETF, SCHD is kind of that ETF. And maybe that's why it's surging. I mean, it's got value companies, it's got pretty good dividend yield, and this ETF I've done moderately good in the past. But you can see this in other ETFs, like DVY is another dividend ETF that's doing really well. And so you have to wonder, should you be investing in these? And like I said with energy, XLE is doing really well. It's up 18% year to date. So here's the thing. We got some of these, we got the great metrics of SCHD. It does dividend growth. Now for the dividend growth for the last 5 years, it's been around 9%. Not that great. Dividend growth over the last 10 years average is about 10%. So it's not so bad. There are other dividend ETFs like DIVB that's been growing its dividend 13-14% over the last 5 years. You have also dividend ETFs like VYMI or VYM or FDVV or DGRO. There are so many great ones out there. And so could SCHD be the one that's going to be the top for 2026? I don't know. But a lot of people are hyping it up, and people are saying, oh, the haters are wrong. Well, I'm not a hater. I own SCHD. I haven't sold it. I have tons of money in it, and I've talked about it many times on this channel. I've also talked about the bads of this ETF, as in the underperformance in the last couple years. So is it a buy for 2026? Well, that's a good question. I mean, first of all, as I look at it and I look at kind of market conditions, first of all is, if it's going up 13%, should I buy, or should I buy maybe a tech ETF that's going down? Most people are going to buy on momentum. They're going to buy. Most people are going to also sell when things are going bad, so they'll sell tech. Personally, what I like to do is, when things are dipping, I'm going to buy more. So probably when QQQ is selling, or VGT or SMH is selling, I'm going to start buying more of that and allow my winners to continue to win. And so when the market reverses and tech goes back up, well, I buy everything cheap. And now that's going up and I made more money. That is probably my plan. And that could be a good plan for you too. As most people, what they're going to do is buy when everything is high, sell when everything's low, and lose out on time in the market. The best thing is to do is, more time in the market means you'll probably do better in the long run. So continue to buy, continue the long run, and let me know in your comments. Are you buying SCHD right now, or are you buying another ETF? I know some people think probably some covered call ETFs could be the move right now. Just let me know in the comments, and check out this video on my rankings of dividend ETFs from 2025 up here. All right, we'll catch you in our next video.